Hi there, and yeah, welcome back to another video. Not the kind of video that I wanted to make originally, and I tried to stay as much away from this topic as possible, because I prefer to focus on comic related stuff and things, but yeah, we have to talk about something else. Where I live, where my roots are actually. I mean, I have mixed roots. One part of my roots in South America, and the other leg is in yeah, Europe. You could say in the land of the cheese and the tulips, because yeah, I was born there from two parents, so one from South America, one from the Netherlands, so mixed blood. I've been called a mud, heroin smuggler, whatever you could call. But I don't know. I didn't let that define me. I obsess over it. But this is yeah. There aren't a lot of things that scare me, but this is kind of worrying for me, or at least for the rest of Europe as well, because apparently there was a guy or person who in Germany. Well, said why Germany? You live in the Netherlands, in Holland. It's true, but Germany is on the in the east. They're basically my neighbours, and I've never had a problem with them. Overall, good relationship. One of them even taught me how to make my own bow. But what? Apparently, one guy in Germany made an online meme or a cartoon, which could be racist or not. We don't know. My knowledge goes this far. That led to him. Police raid him, and this is not the first time it happened. It happened a few times already. Raided their home and took away his electronics, purely because he expressed himself in a certain way, insulted some people, and yeah, yeah. Unlike free speech doesn't exist in Germany apparently. Put right there. And the Tories. So if you see here, if you read here in this article by the Times of India, Germany's approach to free speech and crime is scrutinized as authorities crack down on online speech while appearing lenient on violent crimes involving, yeah, in this case migrants from, let's say, Northern Africa, Syria, whatever. I'm not going to too deep into that because people will call me whatever is, and YouTube might get a problem with it. And the chancellor, well, I think is the worst kind of chancellor that you in this whole, yeah, was in whole Europe. Defends Germany's stance against far-right parties during conference clash with GD fans. So, from the Americans. So basically, what happens is, you could see in this article, is Germany. Yeah, it's already read that part, but this contrast, it was highlighted in CBS, and that footage is shown here in a tweet of Ant Wokeness, and shows I can show it quickly. It's around yeah, 1 minute or something. It shows 6 armed officers storming an apartment in northwest Germany. This is the worst part, just for posting a cartoon online. That could be racist or not. That's illegal under Germany's strict hate speech laws. At the same time, over 50 similar raids occurred across the country as authorities sought to enforce censorship measures against online speech. So yeah, like I said, what happens here is basically they are trying to restrict freedom of expression online. Because someone has made a cartoon or posted an opinion that they don't like. And yeah, but how these laws are implemented, or how they are defined, is a slippery slope. Because not only are you wasting ton of money on police raids to persecute them all, taking away their electronics. So posting a cartoon online. I mean, this is ridiculous. But then again, it's Germany. I might be a neighbor, but I have my own opinions about it. Let's put it right there. And this is getting ridiculous. I mean, I know there are still feel a sense of guilt over what the guy with the mustache did all the way back in during World War II and before that. But there's a time that you need to let go of that guilt and accept the things, certain things, come to peace with it, and call it out how it is. Don't let it define you. I can show you the footage right here. So yeah, thank you and bonus for this tweet, and there won't be sound with it because I don't want to get a copyright strike. As you see here. Wait, full screen. So see a coordinated effort to tackle online hate speech in Germany, and they also try to implement across the whole European Union, but how that speech is defined, like I said, it's a really slippery slope, really vague. You don't know exactly what could be offensive for one particular group of people, certain minorities, could not be offensive for the other one, etc. But here's the following thing, and I think we're getting to the next part, right here. The US Vice President J.D. Vance also joined the debate, saying, insulting someone is not a crime, and criminalizing speech is going to put a real strain on European and US relationships. This is Orwellian. Everyone in Europe and the US must reject this lunacy. I never thought I would agree with Vance on something. I'm not a big fan of the guy, but he's right. In order to think freely, to to think for yourself, to evolve as a species, you need to have the right to express your opinion and even insult people or offend certain people. You might insult people, offend someone. Otherwise, I'm not saying you should do it in every situation, but otherwise you end up with a PC or political correctness, aka a dictatorship disguised as good manners, like George Carlin put it down. And one of the prosecutors responsible for overseeing Germany's online hate speech laws explained the approach taken by authorities. People are surprised it's illegal, he said. They say it's free speech, but we tell them free speech has limits. So who decides who has limits on? If free speech has limits, it's no longer free. That's there's no other way to put it. The laws prohibit not just direct threats, but also offensive remarks, posting controversial content, and even liking certain posts. Okay, if as I said, I'm for almost absolute, or at least absolute freedom of speech, and that includes saying, even if I don't agree with certain opinions, that people, for example, were critical of a certain group, like the LGBTQIC+, or if a certain minority is overrepresented in, let's say organized crime, that they need to have the discussion, they need to call those things out. I'm all for that. So if there's a problem with certain groups we integrate into society, that should be discussed as well. But if there are limits on it, law probably, okay, if there are limits on it, it's no longer free speech. The thing where I draw the line is, once you start threatening people with with let's say snuffing them out, that's where I draw the line. That's a line I won't cross. I won't send hate mobs against anyone. And the Chancellor has reunited debate over free speech and democracy in Germany following a clash of fans, and he rejected what he called outside interference in German elections after fans criticized Europe for shutting out far-right parties. Also, far-right is a word that's being used way too often. It basically means parties where the actual far-right is actually too small to have an influence. But the far parties he's talking about is the more you'd say classic conservative type of parties, the more right-leaning parties who are more critical of migration and stuff. Personally, I find some of those politicians I find a joke as well, a lot of them actually, but they need to have the right to exist. But the Chancellor defended Germany's strict stance against this far-right in government coalitions, but yeah, it is used so much that it has lost all meaning already. I don't know how to put it. He addressed Van's remarks, calling US Vice President Viz to the Dachau concentration camp, where he reaffirmed commitment to never again allowing such crimes. That his commitment was incompatible with supporting Germany's far-right Alternative for Germany, who has been accused for trivializing Nazi crimes. There are some rotten apples in there, but not all of them are like that. I'm sure the majority is not like that, but sorry, I digress. This is why we will not accept outside intervening in our democracy in our elections in democratic formation of opinion in favor of this party. Really, but meanwhile they still want to restrict freedom of expression of other persons, so it's kind of hypocritical. And the critics argue that while police aggressively pursue individuals for online speech, reports have repeatedly emerged of migrants facing lenient sentences of outright release despite committing serious offences. This disparity has fueled, logically, public frustration, with many questioning the government's priorities. So, meanwhile, Scholz also tries to, tells Americans how to speak their minds, or other countries. So it doesn't make sense. Vance has accused Germany of suppressing free speech by excluding political parties that voice strong concerns over immigration. Democracy rests on the sacred principle that the voice of the people matters, he told the conference. There should be no room for firewalls in a democratic system. So basically, I admit it, but Vance has a point. Instead of focusing all that energy, all that manpower, I don't know nothing about the police or whatever, or how much those rates cost, but I could imagine that if I were in a position of Chancellor over there, I would actually put the priority on tackling the problems with migration, especially the legal part, and actually force them to integrate into society in a certain way. And if the ones who commit crimes, they should be repeatedly. There should be no excuses. Once you blow a chance, and you come back the way you came. Very simple. But they should focus their priority more on crimes in that. On those let's say groping accidents and committing illegal migrants who have certain ill intention in mind, or terrorist attacks who drive a truck straight into a Christmas market. I think they should focus their priorities more on that. Then against Germany, they always do something in a different way. I'm not saying all illegal migrants are immediate terrorists with that, but There are also a lot of legal ones who they also who actually want to integrate, but are being held back by the parents due to the cultural because they're close to the European culture. The other ones are more close to the culture over there in those other countries, like Northern Africa or in the Islamic world, Syria, whatever. But yeah, people need to have the right to argue to criticize certain things and maybe post some things that other people might not like. I mean, it's a complicated issue, but by silencing those who are critical of certain things, there is no room for discussion. There's no. You could go for you call it hate speech or misinformation, but it should not be up for to a certain chancellor or let's say how do you call it again? So it should not be to a chancellor or a politician to tell people what's considered misinformation or hate speech. I mean, where people should draw the line is when they're actually threatening people or a certain group, a certain religion with lethal violence by effing them out. It should not be used to, censor memes or cartoons online because that's ridiculous. I mean, that, like I said, that manpower could be used better to, actually going after actual crimes. Like for example, people drive a truck or a car straight into a Christmas market, or in this case, problems with illegal immigrants who break the laws multiple times and still get a slap on the wrist, or the groping accidents in say trains or on the at the stations. Those are the problems you need to use that manpower for, not to go after people online for a few cartoons or a few memes. But I said, that worries me, and that it worries me that they could implement something like that in my country. But I really hope that the current political parties in power don't do that. But like I said, European Union and the European Commission, the latter is something is an organ that I'm a little more critical of, because they make some really stupid mistakes, like as I like to call it, that go beyond any form of democratic control. And I'm not saying that all of it is corrupt, but it is they've become too detached from people who are actually living in those countries. And that's about it for this video. That's as far as I go with politics. Yeah, Germany should really put their priorities somewhere else, because this is ridiculous. They'll make this be great for what you have in the USA, even though your country is not perfect. But you at least have free speech, unlike the Germans. And calling it Orwellian, he's right. One of the few things that I agree with it, GD fans. Offending people is not a crime. And if you want to have a discussion discuss certain problems with say illegal migration, problems with integration, you should not there are other ways to use that manpower, but not like this. Anyways, I repeat myself. Talk to you guys later. Peace.